everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have a big old dev insights to take a look at. Let's read through and see if there's anything interesting hidden here. Alright, so August 12th, this was posted. 5 o'clock in the morning. I missed this. I thought this was today, but it was apparently yesterday. Unless, no, it's today. It's the August, not 12th, 13th, but maybe they posted it late. Okay, anyway, this is being posted on the 13th. August 12th, maybe if you live in California. Anyway. Okay, so we have typical dev insights, lots of player feedback, and then a nice juicy dev response. So I'm gonna read through all of them, except skipping anything that doesn't really have a reply, but I'm gonna do better to make sure I read all of them, or very carefully choose to skip it. I feel like I might have missed a good one here recently, but I had misread it, so this might be long, but I'm gonna do my best to read it so you don't have to. Let's buckle up here. So question 1, player 1, there's a huge issue with stamina in the update and limiting people to the amount of having a huge impact on the player. This needs to be recalculated and either let people invest diamonds into making stamina limit higher. Something needs to be done. Another player 2, please revert the stamina limitation nonsense. You release amazing content like Malrix, which needs insane amounts of farming to get keys, and then you make it hard by nerfing it. Why did you reduce the energy that can be bought? La 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 la. Those were burnt out. Didn't buy energy before. It's kind of a, you know, yeah. A lot of people saying to remove the cap. So their reply: thank you for your feedback. We limited stamina to prevent players from grinding play modes excessively and becoming bored. The current amount of stamina obtained through normal means is sufficient to cover most players' daily requirements. The stamina provided by events and play modes is unchanged. No reduction was made. For the future, we plan to continue monitoring stamina consumption. If significant changes are observed, we will hold internal discussions about ways to improve the stamina consumption-related content. Managing the amount of stamina in a game is important for the game economy. You can't literally let people just farm endlessly for gear. That's any game, I feel like that would be broken. So it was pretty endless, to be fair, before with the amount of stamina. It maybe was too much, but I can definitely see both sides to this. I see the idea of, well, this is how it's always been. We've always been able to farm this way. Why suddenly limit it? Where if it was that way before, no one would have complained because they would have been used to it. So it's definitely a double-edged sword, and it's a little bit too late if the other intent might be limiting the gap between free-to-play and spenders who buy diamonds and buy energy. They can farm forever. But then if you're free to play, you can only afford to spend so many diamonds on that, or only get so many diamonds, you know, whatever. So you can't farm as much as someone who's a spender, la la la, and they have better gear no matter what. But I don't think you can avoid that either way. But I honestly don't know how I feel about this. I don't really have too strong of an opinion either way, because I can see both sides of. It's weird that they dramatically nerfed a stamina limit suddenly versus maybe something a little more gradual. Is it too little, too late? Is it like this is what people are used to? Or was it a good thing because there is a strong reason that they needed to do this for the sake of their economy? Have they been too generous with energy from events that everything is far exceeding how much people are their expectations of people farming? I don't know. I feel like they must have an intention of how much they want people to farm maximum per day or whatever. And people must be exceeding what they expected. So I don't really know good or bad myself. I haven't decided how I feel about that one yet, to be honest. But I can definitely see both sides. Okay, so this is a good one here. I scrolled to the reply, right? So player 1, change the drop in the dungeon, then it will become relevant. It will be enough to make players interested again. This dungeon's completely useless. You need to remove all tier 1 and tier 2. Oh, gear dungeons. Sorry, gear dungeons. And make sure that only crafting tier 3 leather drops in this dungeon. Or do they mean something? Wait. You can also add to it rare rewards like ancient tier 3 equipment, the exclusive tier 3 equipment. There's nothing else to change in this dungeon, but it becomes relevant for competition. Player 2, they said we have a plan to remove the stamina consumption from gear dungeons in the future. In the meantime, the drops will be increased. Where's the drop improvements for gear dungeons? In the meantime, the drops will be increased. Today we had dungeon reset and the drops remain the same. So, and then a third player complaining about similar notes here regarding gear. Oh, here it is. Gear dungeons, removing the cost. They just reply saying, we will remove the stamina consumption as well as add the trial keystone drops in the gear dungeon around version 36, which is August or September. It's August now, so soon. Question 3, please increase gear inventory space. 2,000 is not enough. I know it'll never be enough, but adding more space would help to do less of a gear cleanse. They say the inventory expansion is already scheduled in the upcoming versions. This is interesting because they literally said in our dev interview, I'm saying this now because this doesn't align, and you guys are gonna hear us post those videos soon enough whenever they give us the approvals if we have edits. But they literally said they're not increasing the gear. Oh, maybe they meant gear slots as in like more sets of gear can go on a person. But inventory expansion they do say is coming, but I feel like that's not what I heard in our dev interview, but maybe I heard that wrong. All right, increase Hyperion's max level and add more faction trials. They say we're already making the new faction trials. They'll be gradually introduced in recent versions. We do briefly mention that in the dev interview to come as well. All right, thank you for the feedback. Oprah. Question 5. Login rewards are bad. For some who log into the game for a whole year, they should get something more significant like a Lord Soulstone. Yeah, honestly, like the really big ones, like logging into a year, logging in for 2 years, for 3 years, should have something really, really cool, like a reset book and a soulstone. Like something that's so cool that it's not just, well, I guess that kind of is supposed to come with the point of there being an anniversary event, but as just for your account, because your account might not be there for 1 year, for 2 years. So whenever people hit that, of course, if we are here from the beginning, then those rewards might be too much in their eyes to have along with a big event. But I definitely see that would be nice to have an even bigger achievement for your account personally, because not everybody started day 1 and have the same anniversary to celebrate. All right, thank you for your feedback. We will continuously and gradually add some achievement-related content in the future to provide more rewards for our old players. Yeah, I think that would be nice. It's a fun, like, thank you for people playing long-term. All right, Mystery Demon Chest and Refined Crystal serve entirely different purposes and have different value to players. How did you come up with the idea that this item appears for some players and not for others? Please consider ensuring that all players receive both rare rewards separately. One should not cancel out the other or replace the other. If these rewards are truly meant to be random and not simultaneous, then they should rotate fairly among players over time. Changes have been made at the end of GBG season are often disappointing, neglecting the overall experience. This is starting the next round in the dungeon shop. We will sell Mystery Demon Soldier chests and advanced refining crystals. So an update to the dungeon shop. Cool. I personally, every Mystery Demon Soldier chest so far, I've gotten a Demon Soldier. I didn't even realize you could get other stuff until, like, I think we mentioned it in our dev interview, but apparently people are just not getting Demon Soldiers. I don't know. I got lucky so far, I guess, but I've only gotten a couple. Now, I think I've got 3. Haven't got a ton. I don't know what the potential is, but yeah. All right, thank you for your... sorry, next one. Question 7. Please introduce an Overlord 1 and 2 and 3, like Platinum. Then, you know, you can get different levels of Apex coins and encourage people to push. Apex could be the same, but maybe, you know, increase the amount of people in Apex as well. So we've already noticed the experience issue players encounter in PvP. We will continue to adjust the number of Apex Overlords and ranking rewards based on each rank. So I don't think they're going to divide up Overlord, but maybe they'll expand Apex again. Hopefully. I think you've... I keep wanting to read the bold. See, this is really annoying to have the bold. So this is a UI, UX experience thing. Having a weird, like, the bold is after the things. The question should be bold, the answer should be gray. It's very... I get that they're quoting something, though. But it makes me... my eyes go to the bright white thing instead of the gray thing. Anyway, sorry. Question 8. Where is the weekly Cerberus camp visit? It seems like most people receive this one. Hasn't returned sent once and hasn't returned since. I know it's coded for as my brother's new account received it, but it seems like accounts only are able to hit it once. See, the special visits in the game will not be triggered repeatedly. We'll also continue making special visits of heroes and implement them in the future versions. Oh, so like, I do remember that one that had like crazy rewards. What was it, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Do you remember what the Cerberus series of rewards were? Why was that one so special? That's familiar. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember people talking about that, but I don't remember what it was now. It was a while ago. But it's a cool idea that there's gonna be one-time special triggers. I kind of like that. It makes you... it's a good way to encourage people to remember to click to do your little visits, because I definitely forget about them. Because sometimes you're like, oh, it's like a crap reward. I'm just not going to do it. I don't know. But yeah. All right. Question 9. Please overhaul the day, week, monthly quests to add new items like keystones. So we'll continue to adjust and improve the rewards. We will add trial keystones to the drops in the next version. A monthly trial keystone, maybe? A weekly one? I wouldn't expect daily. Please don't do it daily. No, we don't need them that. They would be like low levels if they were daily, and no one's going to want to do the low level ones anyway. It would just be a waste of space in our keystone inventory. Alright, question 10. Please fix Ancient and Divine. Having to hit pity almost every time on both is annoying, especially with Ancients. There should be a higher chance of getting a Lego. They're so hard to get and so expensive that doesn't make sense. The rate is so bad. They say, as it comes to this day, the difficulty of obtaining ancient summoning crystals and legendary summon crystals has been greatly reduced. The chances of obtaining heroes, the two items will not be adjusted at the moment. Guys, if you think getting ancients is bad, you have no idea. You probably weren't here at the beginning. At the very beginning at launch, it was like you got like 30 a month if you're lucky. If you're doing the endgame content. There's so many more ways to get ancients now with all the content they've added. Like, I mean, think about like Immortal Codex pops and you've saved properly. You can just instantly get, what is it, like 10 or 8 of them from the shop. They're always in the event rewards. There's so many ways to earn shards for them. So we're almost every day just from doing content half-assed, not even trying that hard, not even doing my dailies. Literally, I think every single day I'm grabbing an ancient just from the fragments that we collect, let alone the actual full crystals that we get from other stuff. So it's amazingly generous for those compared to what it used to be. So I personally think they've done a very good job improving the crystals and the acquisition of everything. If anything, I actually see people talk about the fact that Watcher of Realms is too generous when it comes to obtaining crystals. Now, okay, the rates might suck sometimes, especially for limited heroes. That's a whole nother debate and conversation, but they give us a lot of summoning materials, especially compared to other games, especially when having a really solid pity for the equivalent of how many we get. So I think they've done good at improving the amount over time. The amount isn't the issue, is what I mean. All right, question 11. Nascent for legendary lords only. That's quirky. Nascent summoning allows players who are in early game to obtain a hero that is useful during that game stage. Will not limit it to legendary lords. Yeah, it's no, nascent is not for early game players. No. If you are a new player, you should not do nascents because you have so many heroes to possibly get. You could just get the terrible ones and waste the banner pull. Nascent is for late game players that are only missing 2 or 3 heroes, maybe 5, and at least half of them are amazing that you really want. Like me still missing Narissa and Dovlin? Dvalin? What the hell's the lizard's name? Those are my only 2 people I'm missing. That's who those are for. That's who but people that are missing like Cratch and Epson and 20 other characters don't pull on nascent. At least that's how I strongly feel about it. Okay, question 12. Player 1, bring back the ability to communicate with the opponent guild during GVG. And then player 2 says GVG spice up the matches, allow chat during the matches between all members of both teams. Maybe it was toxic and they got rid of it? I don't remember that ever being a thing. They said, we will build it between the second half of this year and the first half of this year to improve our communication experience. The GVG chat channel will be considered to be implemented. Obviously, that could get super negative and terrible, but I mean, people could always choose to ignore it too. It's just a chat. You could turn it off. You could ignore it. You could mute it, whatever. Oh, as long as there's an option to mute it. All right, question 13 regarding the esoteric bundle. I'm spender. I would have bought this pack except 1, Venema, what the heck, no. And 2, half the listed heroes I have at A5, including Venema. There's no way to buy with the high-end risk of getting a dupe. Please make these packs always give an unowned hero. You will make more money. I mean, that is definitely a consideration that they should think of. A nascent card. Our current pack system does not have the feature to obtain an unknown hero. However, to fulfill various player needs, we will consider designing different packs. Players can make purchases according to their situations. Yeah, I mean, if it's... They're designing different packs with different hero options, but if they could do a nascent bundle, people would... I would just buy that. Could I spend $30, $50 to just get a guaranteed hero that I don't own? Like Narissa... If I could buy a nascent card... and I only need Narissa or Dovlin, I would probably buy it just to guarantee I get the hero that one of the heroes I've been trying to get forever, right? Or, well, Narissa is not really forever, neither is but you know what I mean. All right, question 14, can you please add a way to auto-sell gear, similar to how you sell artifacts that are below a certain rarity? Implement the same for gear raids. For example, auto-sell anything that doesn't have a thumbs up if you want. They said, we already made a feature to automatically sell non-recommended gears. It will be implemented in the next version. Auto-sell non-recommended coming soon. Oh boy. Alright, Demon Soldier BP dropped by 40%. I can't win anything. Defense Hero BP didn't change. I'm losing to easy defense team. My Demon Soldiers with the best affiliation don't even scratch the surface. What's happening? They didn't change the way the Demon Soldier stats. They just changed the way that things are calculated, I thought. But let's read... we did not make changes to Demon Soldier stats. Yeah. We simply made improvements to the BP calculation. This time, we adjust originally inflated BP of Demon Soldiers alone with the implementation of faction Demon Soldiers. The Demon Soldier BP can reach more than double that of heroes. The overall BP of the adjusted Demon Soldiers will be relatively more reasonable and worth referring to. No changes were made to the actual stats of the Demon Soldiers. Please refer to the related explanations in the version update. Yeah, they didn't change the hero. There's no reason that they should be suddenly failing. It's just a more realistic number where this was maybe more a lie before. Alright, 16 malware crystals, limited, currently 50, needs to be increased or removed. To be honest, it's just way too time consuming. I bet a better idea. Make it similar to gear dungeons where crystals would serve as keys. And then you could just, you know, use them when you want, like or like auto fights. They say, we will implement the auto battle feature for level 1 and 2 trial keystones in the following update. This will hopefully save much time for players. Yes, an auto way to do level 1 and 2s would be amazing. That will make me hurry up and actually do some versus I don't want to waste time on the low level ones that I know aren't going to give me anything worth getting for my account. So that's why it's just one of those things that you're just like, do I have the time and am I going to waste it for that? That's definitely a quality of life we're looking to have soon. That's amazing. And it's something we talked about in the dev interviews to come as well. Keep in mind the dev interviews were like 2 weeks ago. So there might be outdated things that we talk about again. It always happens. All right, question 17. Please to add some kind of favorite system for gear, purposely to highlight your best gear and try to gear for the hardest content. They said they're making a new gear inventory. It's expected to be implemented in October. And then the last one, bring back Demon Soldier BP affiliation. Since the update, it's messed up. Same response here. That I don't know why they didn't just put that with the other one. There is no issue. Things did not change. It's just a number change? I don't know. Okay, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I think there's a few great quality of life things mentioned here. And some of the changes sound really solid. Nothing too crazy, though. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the new hero events are going to be with Necha and Erlang Shen. That should be pretty fun. But yeah, we will find out if confirmed. I don't even know if that's really limited. I think we're assuming it's limited, but now I'm questioning if it's limited. I can't decide because it didn't say limited or exclusive. I don't know. We'll find out soon either way. But yeah, that is all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.